Hello, welcome to AmnesiaTV. We're here tonight with Boy George. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Thank you for coming and spending a bit of time with us tonight.
Okay.
What does Amnesia mean to you?
Well, Amnesia is the first club I ever came to in Ibiza in 1986. This was when there was no roof. And I'd come from London, so, clubbing in London was very different. We don't really have great weather like Ibiza, so the options for outside clubbing are quite limited. I mean, in the UK is much better now. We are much better at we have a little bit more of a Mediterranean feel, and we do eat outside, and people are more social. But back then, going to a club with no roof where you could sit under the stars and listen to house music, it was quite exotic.
Yeah.
So I have a long relationship with Amnesia, and I've had lots of birthday parties here. I've had about 7 or 8 of my birthdays here on the island, and it's just a place that I'm very familiar with. Obviously, it's very different now. It's bigger, and
And how do you find clubbing in the UK to clubbing in Spain? Is there a lot of difference, or is it more or less the same sort of atmosphere?
No, it's very different. I mean, obviously, the UK right now doesn't really have a club scene. The UK used to have the best club scene in the world, but it doesn't really have a club scene. I mean, and most DJs don't play in the UK. I mean, there's obviously, dubstep, and there's deep house, and there's a whole nother scenes that I'm not part of. But I travel a lot, so I'm always in kind of exotic locations. I'm always in Australia, Asia, Croatia, Italy, Spain, everywhere. So, whereas in the beginning, most of my gigs were in the UK, now it's such an international thing. It's global. Yeah. You're everywhere. I mean, last year I went to some places that they've never been to. It was amazing. Parts of Costa Rica and South America, and, it's very exciting.
If you could choose anywhere where you've performed in the world, absolutely anywhere, where would you be and why?
Well, it would be somewhere I haven't performed, actually. There are some places. I've never been to Vietnam, so I'd love to go to Vietnam. There's loads of places I haven't been to, But obviously, Ibiza, I come every year. I'm always here, either working or even on holiday. I come here with my family, and I just really love it here. It's very beautiful.
And what about the best person you've ever performed with? If you could perform with anyone.
Mark Fido.
Good answer. We like that answer.
Well, he's my mate, and we've shared a lot of kind of real fun experiences together, and also Mark is a lot younger than me, so he is really, really super enthusiastic, and I find that that's kind of had a really good effect on me, and I like that. He's very. Mark will find a positive in any situation. Yeah. It's like, whatever it is, Mark will always go, yeah, I know that's awful, but... And I think that's good. I think it's really good to be around that. It's nice, sometimes it can be really annoying. I'm going to kill you. There's nothing good about that. Oh, yeah, but So Mark is a super positive person, and he's a very good DJ as well.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've got a last question for you, which is like the $1 million question. We've announced this week that Paris Hilton will be with us starting from the 31st of July. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that she's going to be with you? Well, it's good for you.
Yes.
She has 11 million followers on Twitter. I checked earlier. I was like, ooh, she's got a lot. I know Paris, so I always get asked this question. I'm very grateful to her, because the last time I was in Cannes, I was looking really scruffy, and I really didn't want to be photographed, and I really wasn't in a good mood. And she arrived just before me, and she went through customs and took all the attention, and they all ran after her, and I was left in peace. So I was like, I'm going to travel with her everywhere. She can go out before me. Paris Hilton can't help that she's Paris Hilton. It's not her fault. She didn't. No, that sounds like I'm not being mean. I'm just saying she can't help who she is. And I think if you're handed a card like that in your life, you use it. Exactly. If I was Paris Hilton, I'll be running the show too, honey. So I mean, I've got, listen, she's very nice, and we know each other. So I mean, I have no problem with her. You know what I mean? I just, people just hate. There's most people that hate you because you're getting attention, or your dad owns a hotel, they can't stand it. They're just jealous.
Exactly. Would you like to perform with her one day?
Perform with her? What do you mean? You'd like one of those videos? Sorry, Barry. We've been in lots of clubs together over the years, and when I was living in New York, I used to see her quite a lot. So we've kind of done that. Really.
Well done. I've got the t-shirt.
Yeah.
What have you got prepared for us tonight?
Just some really sexy house music. Got some new tunes to play, so exciting to kind of play them, and want to watch a bit of Mark, see how he's doing, and see if he's playing any of my records.
Well, thank you very much for spending a bit of time with us, and I'm sure we'll have you here very soon.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for watching Amnesia TV.